Hey everybody, I just wanted to make a very quick video covering Corsair Gaming's financial reports. So I just went straight to the press release and looking at the earnings per share, we got a GAAP net loss of 0.05, and this is compared to the prior year's quarter of 0.47. So this is actually very bad if we're looking at it this way. So throughout this earnings report, you notice that they start talking about the pre-pandemic first quarter of 2020 a lot. So what they're trying to do here is that they're trying to tell us that 2021 was an exceptionally good year for Corsair, and that 2020 pre-pandemic was a lot more in line of their usual business. So one thing that they do talk about is that they say that GPU cards are the most expensive item in a gaming PC. And right now that they're at a very high premium, roughly 150% of MSRP. And they're expecting in the back half of the year that this will come back down to MSRP and possibly below the MSRP value. So that's pretty important to think about. So, they may have better margins in the upcoming quarters, and that this was just a very bad quarter for them. So now they say, we expect that Q1 2022 was the peak of the pandemic-related high freight costs and promotional headwinds, and that gross margins will improve in the second half of the year. So just as I just said. So now if we look at the financial outlook, Corsair is pretty good at giving us full year guidance. We actually got full year guidance in the last quarter as well. So they actually guided down. So before they were telling us that, we could have 1.9 billion in revenue, but now they're guiding us to 1.6 billion to 1.8 billion. And they're saying that adjusted operating income can be 100 million to 120 million, and adjusted Ebitda could be in the range of 110 million to 130 million. Now, just to give you an idea, I made the spreadsheet right here. So now when we look at adjusted Ebitda, they gave us these numbers. So let me just grab that 2022 number real quick. 110 to 130. And in the wrong place. All right, so when we're looking at adjusted Ebitda, in 2020 we had 213 million. 2021 we had 199.2 million. Now for 2022, they're saying 110 to 130 million. So this is actually very, very, very bad. So you can see that we're almost getting slashed in half. And for net revenue, 2020 we had 1.7. 2021 we had 1.904. 2022 they're giving us 1.6 to 1.8. So it's trending down from 2021. But if we're comparing to 2022, we could go below, or we could fall right in between, or we could have almost zero growth. So we could potentially have zero growth if we're comparing to 2020, or even lower. But we're definitely going to have lower revenues than 2021 is how they guided for the full year. And when we are looking at their earnings per share, this is what it looked like before the actual earnings release. So Q1 was 0.47, Q2 0.28, Q3 0.02, Q4 0.24, which gives us a trailing 12 months of 1.01 in earnings per share. But since we just got this new quarter of earnings, we actually kicked this number out. And now we're looking at earnings per share totaling up to 0.49. So if we're looking pre-earnings, the share price was 15.54, which was giving us a PE of 15.39. Now we have a share price of 15.1 after hours, with a PE of 30.82. And we also have declining revenue and declining Ebitda figures. So, I think it's potential that Corsair could actually fall even more. Maybe we could see, I hate to say it, but maybe we could even see $10. I think that's very possible, just given that they're declining in revenue and they're also declining in earnings per share. So let's go back to that press release. Do want to point out is their financial statements. So I'm looking at the 3 months ended March 31, and we're looking at 2022 and 2021. So I grabbed the net revenue figure and I grabbed the cost of revenue figure. And I just made this little quick calculation here. So just comparing these two quarters from these 2 years, we can see that the cost of revenue per $1 of sales is 76 cents in 2022 of Q1, and in 2021 of Q1 it's 0.7. So you can definitely see that the GPU is definitely hurting their margins just because the cost of that has gone up significantly. So that basically wraps up my quick overview on Corsair, and I hope you guys enjoyed it.